Let's jump into our Year 6 class that we just created, because right now that's completely empty, and we want to start organising how this is going to look. Now, you can add things later on. Don't think you have to do it all straight away. It's no problem doing it later. But I like to get started early so I know where things are going to live. Once we're inside the class, we're going to tap the plus button at the top. And this time we're going to have two different options. We can add an assignment or a folder. And the key thing you need to know about the difference here is that the assignment's where the learning happens, and then folders can be used to organise assignments into logical places to make things easier to find. And you can, of course, put folders inside folders and all of those sort of things too. Right, let's make a folder, and you can see here we can give it a name and we can choose a colour. Just like with the class name, I like to dual code the folder names and put a relevant emoji there as well. So for science, we'll go for a little test tube here. Then we can change the colour of the folder, which again helps it stand out from the rest, and it makes it really easy to locate. I'm going to go green for science. Then when I create that folder, it'll open up automatically, and we can actually add more folders inside if we want to. So let's go ahead and quickly add one for biology, physics, and chemistry. And I'm going to do that by pressing the plus button each time. Through the magic of editing, boom, it's done. Now, with these folders, we can actually change the order of them as well. Inside my science folder, it's perhaps not so important, but if you imagine you had a folder for every subject or for each topic, you might want to move certain ones up and down that list. Well, we can do that really easily by pressing the Options button on the top toolbar, that's the one with the three dots, and then we can tap onto Edit List. From here, you can simply drag and drop your folders up and down to position them exactly as you want. And then I can simply press Done at the top and it will lock those in place. While we're here, we can also copy the whole folder we're currently in and move it to another class. So perhaps my Year 5s also have a similar science structure. Well, I can press the Options button, and then from here I can choose Folder Settings. On this screen you'll find the Copy option, and then you can send it to any other class on Showbie, making a perfect copy of that folder setup. If we jump into that Year 5 class, in fact, here you can see that science folder that I just created in Year 6, and inside there we've still got biology, chemistry and physics. But unfortunately there are now two science folders in Year 5, so we need to learn how to archive a folder as well. Well, it's really easy to do. Tap on the folder you want to change, press the Options button and go into Folder Settings one more time. And from here you can just tap onto Archive Folder. This won't delete the folder, it's not going to be gone from your Showbie, but it is going to disappear from the screen until you want to re-show it later. That means that students won't get overwhelmed with loads of folders, but it also means that you as the educator can go back and find the work and the learning that you did before, and then share it next year if you need to. You'll know the folder's archived because you'll get a little red message at the top, just like this. Now, when it comes to organising your Showbie account with folders, there are lots of different approaches you can take. Myself, as a primary school teacher, I like having a folder for each different subject, and then inside that folder, having a subfolder for each half term. That means my students can really quickly find what lesson we're doing and what time of year we're doing it in, which means they can quickly access that learning. But of course, we could also use these folders to structure our sequence of learning. We could use them to create different areas for revision in secondary contexts as well. So there are loads of different ways these can be used. They're super flexible.